Field testing Ruger's new Max-9, even though it's a 10-round magazine, I usually only put 2 rounds in it when training. That way I can focus on my mag changes and also run the gun a little harder, see if it functions. So cue the music. Woo! Runs good. What can I say? It seems to point well, feels good in my hand. Trigger is better than I thought it was going to be. All in all, man, all of these brands are making such good little carry guns now, and this Max-9 is no slouch. So everybody has to jump aboard this revolutionary carry gun category, which is the micro compact double stack, and Ruger is the latest into the fray with its Max-9 pistol. We know we do instruction manuals around here. We get them out of my sight. This is another gun that weighs 18.5 ounces, which is right in that sweet zone that you could carry this on your ankle if you wanted to, but perfect for appendix carry. It's just a great size gun because you can actually shoot and fight with this gun if you had to. Let's take my caliper, and its slide is 0.92. Its widest point from the slide release to the other side of the slide is 1.01, so 1 inch at its widest. 4.14, 4.12, so roughly a 4-pound, 13-ounce trigger. A couple things though, this Ruger that really adds value. Number one, the sights on this thing are excellent. They're steel, they're robust, they're great sights. Good job, Ruger. This rear sight is higher, so you can co-witness with the red dot optic if you choose to install one, because Ruger gave you that option with this cutout slide plate for the optic. If you don't want an optic, which I don't choose them, if you can see my video, there's some dirty little secrets in red dot sights. You gotta depend on the battery and certain lighting. They suck, you can't see crap. But for me, since I don't want them, it has an excellent front sight. This sight system in itself, it's a really excellent, robust front sight. This is a caged, protected tritium sight post that has excellent profile there for target shooting. But of course, if you just want to use the night sights, it's great. It's tritium lampule, wonderful sights. That adds, $125 to the gun in itself right there in the sight, so good job, Ruger. Comes with 2 magazines. One has the pinky extender on there, so you can really get a grip of that. That's perfect. For reference, my hand is about 2.7 inches wide, and I can easily get all my fingers on there with the extended magazine. And a lot of men will need that because I've got small hands, small mouse-like fingers, as my buddy Kyle Winterstein used to say. With the standard magazine, I can still get my hand on there. These magazines are great. This is the California compliant one that holds 10 rounds. Some of them hold 12. Other things I like about the gun, the trigger is surprisingly good for Ruger and also for a striker fired gun. It of course has the Glock style safety blade in the middle there, to where if something came in, a stick or whatever, it won't fire if something just comes in there and pushes. The reason that's safe is because a finger has to push that down and then pull straight back. I like the grip stippling on here, what little it has. I wish it had a little bit more, especially in the front there, where you put that support hand to really get maximum leverage there to keep the muzzle flip down from this little gun. It's weird, I'm shaking the gun a little bit loosey-goosey. I'm just noticing that, but it's all in the execution. This gun feels great to me. It comes up well. It feels much like the Sig does in that, it maybe feels a little bit taller sitting in the web there than I would like. These are subtle differences. That's just my opinion based on my hand size and shooting form. But the proof is found on the range, so let's go shoot this baby. That's probably never going to see the light of day. So, just got back from the range shooting the Ruger. All of these guns are so good. I mean, it's almost getting like optics. They're so tough to tell a lot of difference apart. Frankly though, to me this gun wasn't quite as accurate as some of the guns that I have shot. I had no jams. It's perfectly reliable. It feels good. It feels like it sits a little bit higher than my hand compared to a couple of the guns, notably the Taurus I just tested. Wonderful gun though. I do like that grip is a little bit longer than some, and I can get a good grip on it. The trigger, didn't like it as much as some guns. It's as long as the P365, and it's relatively light, but it's just not my favorite trigger. It's not bad. It's a good effort from Ruger. The thing shoots good. I'm just nitpicking it a little bit because there's like 10 of these models that we have to pick from. And now this gun, this Ruger, at about $499 retail, which you'll be able to get it for about $450, it's kind of right in the middle. The Taurus is about $400. You maybe even get it for $350 or so. The Sig and the upper ends, they run $550 in that range. So the Ruger here is solidly in the middle. It does have a bunch of features. Love that it has, for that cost, love that it has the option to put the red dot, and the sights are the best in the league. As for negatives, the trigger, while light for a striker fired gun at 4 pounds 13 ounces, it is pretty long, and it does have a little creep. It's a little long. One thing that I really don't like about this gun is kind of the janky disassembly technique. It has this gate that covers this pin, and as you can see, this one looks like it broke a little bit. That's okay. It doesn't affect the gun's function. I realize why they did this. I called Ruger and asked. It's because it's simple. It just keeps that pin from coming out inadvertently. But that gate is plastic. I really don't like it that much. To disassemble it, you pull down that gate. You have to have a tool like a punch to remove. I'm going to take out the magazine, lower this gate. You have to have a tool like a punch to take the pin out. Pull the trigger, and the gun comes down. Then you see it's wholly Glock, dual recoil spring, barrel. One thing that's nifty about this gun, it has basically, I'm calling it an integral barrel bushing system. Of course, it doesn't have a bushing because that barrel is flared on the outside so that it's always centered in the slide. That's pretty nifty from Ruger and ought to help accuracy. We'll see. But you can see it's wholly Glock, nice and simple on the inside. It's just a little bit more complicated to take down than some other guns. I'm going to put the pin back in, then I'm going to push that gate up so it can't go anywhere. And that's it. All in all though, great gun from Ruger. Folks, if you're in the market for a micro compact double stack, it's tough to go wrong with this Ruger. I would at least encourage you to go shoot the Max-9 before you make your ultimate decision. But also, one positive thing, Ruger's got such great customer service, and they sell more guns than anybody. It's the world's largest gun dealer. You can almost always find a Ruger because they produce so many guns. A great company, wholly American arms, folks. This is the Max-9. I'm Jeff Johnston, and if you get a minute, and if you like this video, do me a favor and click the like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it. It's the only way guys like me can make some pennies working in my garage here. If you don't like it, tell me to go to hell. Just do it in the comments below. I'm Jeff Johnston. That's no BS. I'm gonna go do some more shooting. If only I could find some ammo.